Future vision.
I knew it! It's a miracle!
Mind reading.
Stupid Super Ball can't even contact Uncle Morty, and he's only been dead for a week. Most people would be frightened to be tethered to an id-driven maniac with increasingly dangerous psychic abilities. But not me, and I'm absolutely not thinking this because Max is reading my mind right now. Really. Can we move this seance along? I have a midnight waxing in a couple of hours. I wonder if we'll ever find out what Mama Bosco's dimensional destabilizer does.
It's a device used to coerce a transient resonant integration pattern of the subquantum harmonic vibrational frequencies between this and adjoining dimensional membranes.
I wonder if we'll ever find out what this dimensional destabilizer does.
I hope it makes pie!
Gyroscopic inhibitor. Oh, this is rich. You think that you have the spiritual chops to summon Mama Bosco?
Hey, Sam's got more spiritualism in his pinky than the love child of the Dalai Lama and Mother Teresa.
Actually, I don't think I have a pinky finger, Max.
Let's begin, sirs.
Ghoulies and imps from a Black Sabbath song.
Give us a signal by banging that gong!
Mind reading.
Stupid Super Ball can't... Oh, most people would be... And I'm absolutely... Okay, how about this? Coffin-bound specters with bleaching white bones.
Reach out and touch us by ringing our phones!
Keep your eyes peeled, Max. Cool. The spirits have moved on. Sure they have. I knew you couldn't talk to the dead.
Better luck next time, sirs.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
I wonder what's down this tunnel.
There's only 5 or 6 ways to find out.
Well, let's take the one that doesn't involve explosives or time travel.
Spoil sport.
Well, here we are, back in the Museum of Mostly Natural History. And look, Paperweight's office. Maybe he can tell us what's going on with all these Sams. It's locked.
Yeah, but at least there aren't a bicycle of eldritch tentacles guarding it anymore.
I don't think bicycle is the group word for tentacles, Max.
Just a minute!
Wait, you fool!
Oh, sorry. Oh, it's you.
We've got some questions.
Dr. Norrington and I could not give 3 rotten figs for your questions. We've got important work to do. Good day.
But
I said good day, sir.
Well, I never.
Oh, what now?
Get rid of them!
You again?
If we could just...
we gotta get in there, Sam.
Why? I mean, other than the generic amusement of antagonizing people.
I think Bond's sewer Paperweight's mysterious boss, Dr. Norrington, is in there.
And?
And I need to thank him for helping me out against Sam and Mac.
Max?
Yes?
Keep your eye...
Oh,
It's a standard security panel, tricked out with hieroglyphics instead of numbers. I wonder what the key code is.
aha! Rats! I thought for sure it would spell out King Butt.
I think Monsieur Paperweight's key code is going to be a little more sophisticated than that, Max.
You mean more like Emperor Gluteus Maximus?
Oh, I mean more like something we'll never, ever guess. Ever.
Future vision.
No!
Mind reading.
Poor Max. Poor Max.
Let's see. Foot, snake, squiggle squiggle, bird. Done!
We probably should have guessed that one. Still remember the code?
I'll have you know I've got a mind like a steel tramp.
Trap.
Really? Huh. A steel tramp would be a lot more fun in a bum fight.
Don't look at me!
Oh, come on. You're not that ugly.
You don't understand. Human minds aren't equipped to comprehend.
Hey, Sam, there's a guy in here!
I'm impressed. Most humans are driven incurably insane by the mere glimpse of my unspeakable visage.
Yeah, well, no offense, but we get more unspeakable visages in our convention swag.
So you're the mysterious Dr. Norrington?
I am known by many names. Among them, Yog-Sothoth, Elder Fiend of the Dark Dimension.
Oh, I'm so surprised.
Shocking, true, but not nearly as shocking as the horrific truths I suspect I must now reveal.
What do you have to say about all those creepy tentacles we found in the cloning chamber?
Tentacles?
Yeah, like the ones your boy Paperweight summoned in the museum last night.
Cthulhu's wattle!
Oh, I'm using that.
Only one such as myself can summon the Cilia of Torment. Whoever's controlling your clones must be awash in the forces of the Dark Dimension.
Did you really just say awash?
The only thing that can properly vanquish matter from the Dark Dimension is the Chthonic Destroyer.
What's the Chthonic Destroyer?
Is it pointy?
The Chthonic Destroyer is the ultimate psychic toy. A weapon so terrible that it was once used to drive the Elder Gods themselves back to their home in the Dark Dimension.
Ah, look, that mole man is smiting an army.
Mind if we hold on to this?
Sam's got a thing for illuminated manuscripts.
If it will help you find the Chthonic Destroyer, yes, of course.
Thanks. I'll try to keep Max from drawing dirty pictures in the margins. Can the Destroyer be used against those tentacles?
The Destroyer is proof against anything from the Dark Dimension. Me, the tentacles, the toy box.
Sam, we gotta get one of these things.
You'll have to find the hidden giggling realm of skittering ingestion if you wish to find the Destroyer.
Do you know anything about all these handsome brutes that are stealing toys throughout the city?
The clones are meaningless.
And chubby.
Hey!
But if they are truly stealing toys, then their master may be attempting to gather a complete collection of the toys of power.
Collect all 1,024. Impress your friends.
And destroy the entirety of existence as we know it. You've already borne witness to the damage that can be wrought when the Devil's Toy Box is mostly full. If the box is completely engorged, its power will tear down the walls of reality itself.
So, aside from tearing apart reality, anything else you think we should know about the Plague of Me?
Only that they should seriously consider a gym membership.
Hold the phone. You're Yog-Sothoth, the world-shattering Elder God?
You look like something my non-existent cat coughed up.
Curb your tongue, rabbit!
No, Paperweight, the Naked One is right. This debased form is a pathetic shadow of my former glory. Long before the dawn of man, my kind was sovereign over this dimension and countless others. We welcome the development of sentient life, drinking deeply
me.
from your bottomless wellsprings of terror, and also your succulent hairy flesh.
Ew.
For untold eons, we lapped at the perpetual buffet of your horror and worship, until powerful forces rallied to drive us back to the Dark Dimension.
Forces?
Primitive hybrids somehow impervious to our powers. You know them as mole men.
Get out of here!
Yes, that's exactly what they ordered us to do.
You know, it's a lot harder to take you prehistoric elder gods seriously, now that I know you were banished by a bunch of mole men.
Scoff if you must, but the mole people were much more powerful before they were genetically marginalized by the cruel twists of evolution.
Just like Uncle Billy.
So, should I call you Yogg-Sothoth or Norrington?
Call me Dr. Norrington. When uttered by your mortal tongues, my true name sounds disturbingly like our term for number 2.
You should hear him say nuclear.
I didn't see Sal out there.
Ah, yes, poor Sal. He resigned after the incident with General Schoonkapi's men.
Any idea where he is now?
I'm sure he left a forwarding number in his resignation letter, but I'm afraid I've lost track of it. I have a lot on my table right now.
You sure you don't know where Sal is?
No, but you're welcome to have a look around.
You and Paperweight seem to know a lot about that devil's toy box that everybody keeps stealing.
The Devil's Toy Box. Ha! You should be so lucky.
What are you talking about?
The toy box is of a power far greater than that of your primitive gods and devils. It is the property of my grandson, Junior.
Junior?
Yes, Junior, the youngest and most horrible of the elder gods. His birthing wail shattered the supercontinent of Pangaea. His first steps sunk the proto-civilizations of Subarctica.
Junior?
In an effort to stop my rampaging grandchild from destroying the Omniverse, I brought many of my precious childhood keepsakes over from the Dark Dimension to keep Junior distracted and entertained, as well as a box to contain their frightening power.
Junior?
Unfortunately, when the Elder Gods were banished to the Dark Dimension, Junior's toy box was lost during the move, and in the millennia since, he just will not stop whining about it.
Junior?
It's a lot scarier if you've got the requisite complement of larynxes to pronounce it correctly.
So why have the 1.5 of you been trying to get your hands on the toy box all these years?
To destroy it!
But why? It's got all those cool toys that make my brain tingle and my ears all fuzzy.
The toys of power were never meant for mortal hands. For the sake of all that exists, they must be returned to the toy box and annihilated.
You're not gonna take my toys, are you?
Not yet. Your chaotic mastery of the toys of power may yet prove useful in defeating the master of these blasphemous portly canines.
So how did gigantic behemoth of an elder god like you get stuck in panty waist anyway?
Paperweight!
Silence! Several decades ago, Monsieur Paperweight foolishly attempted to summon me to this plane of existence.
Yeah, we, may have heard something about that.
Paperweight's infantile conjurings were doomed to failure, but the uncanny power of your grandsire's brain somehow managed to extrude an infinitesimally tiny fraction of my essence into this dimension. It became fused with Paperweight's unsettlingly hairless and ladylike torso.
We've spent the better part of a century trying to retrieve the toy box and send the great Yogg-Sothoth home.
And we would have succeeded last night if you hadn't lost your temper over that slobbering space ape.
Sorry about that. Stay put. We'll probably have more questions later.
Your kind always does.
Apparently, Paperweight's never heard of the Dewey Decimal System.
Or dust rags.
Ah, cripes. A bunch of Sam clones are ghost riding the DeSoto out in the parking lot.
When were they cloned? 2005?
Cats. I hate those guys. Who knows what sorts of ancient gimcracks and gewgaws lurk in those boxes?
Well, I'm not opening them to find out. Do you know how hard it is to get gewgaw juice out of my fur?
And lo, did Brother Acidophilus return in a flash of light from the giggling realm of skittering ingestion, armed with the Chthonic Destroyer. Though giggling and plagued with visions of skittering insects, noble Acidophilus smote the beasties from the dark dimension with the Destroyer. His enemies laid low. Acidophilus returned the Destroyer to the gibbering realm and resumed his peaceful life of molitude. Years later, he was eaten by a crazed beast. A trash can.
My psychic clue sense is tingling.
No, I can't stand looking at you when you dig through garbage.
No time to indulge your delicate sensibilities, Sam. Look!
What is it?
Hey, I just find the clues. And besides, I seem to have temporarily lost my ability to read.
A disturbing side effect of your psychic abilities?
Nah, I just can't be bothered.
It's a letter from our old pal Sal, resigning from his job at the museum.
Should a 6-foot-tall cockroach really be putting himself out on the job market in this economy?
Maybe we should ask him. He left a forwarding number.
Sweet!
Teleportation.
Oh, there's Sal.
And a bunch of doppelgangers.
Why does Sam show more respect for our car than we do?
Well, that was awfully convenient. Sam?
Hey, look, Max. It's our old friend Charlie Hotep.
Get it away! Get it away!
Come on, Max. He'll give you cool ventriloquism powers, just like your great-grandpa Maximus had in olden times.
Fine, I'll do it for the powers. But for the record, I want to make it clear that I find Charlie Hotep, like all ventriloquist dummies, completely creepy and disgusting.
So are you, but you don't see me getting skittish about it. Max?
That's what they call me at the mani-pedi.
I wonder who's behind...
Dog'll get...
I thought that Paperweight and Norrington were behind the plague of Sam's, but they seemed genuinely surprised about those tentacles.
Don't count them out yet, Sam. I never trust anyone with 2 faces and 3 names.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Oh, that's really disgusting, Sam.
Keep your distance, Max. We don't want those toy-sniffing simulacrums coming after us.
Toys.
Ow!
These handsome devils are all sharing the same mind. Amazing.
Amazing for you, but my nasal passages are about to be visited by Uncle Flo.
Dooby-dooby-doo, stacking some crates up, dooby-dooby-doo.
He really is a simple guy, isn't he?
One, two.
Is this your card?
Who the hell are you talking to, Max?
Beats me. Must be one of those freaky psychic power moments.
Max is so powerful now, soon he won't even need a partner.
Whee!
Corpulent dogmen swarm city.
Corpulent? The nerve!
I know.
Joey would have allowed them to use a larger typeface and been alliterative to boot.
Is it me or does Lady Liberty look a little off?
I'm sure she's had some work done, but come on! What 230-year-old public figure hasn't had a butt tuck or two?
Toys? Toys? Toys!
Shoot or run?
Let's run. Toys.
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 Yikes!
Toys! Well, that was a harrowing chase down the clown-infested streets of the city.
And the clones were pretty bad, too.
At least we finally lost them. It's a good thing the city defiantly keeps a few of these antiques around, so that people can anonymously make crank calls and threaten public officials.
Psychic ventriloquist.
Hey, you. Anyone interested in my psychic toys?
Toys! Toys!
What the heck? Stay away from me, you goofballs.
Toys?
Mind training.
Ow, 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 ow.
Whee!
Hey, it's our noisy old friend Bluster Blaster.
More like a barely tolerated acquaintance.
You look like Chum, old chum.
Sam! Max! What are you doing in Vegas?
Oh, boy.
What happened to you?
Yeah, we thought you were in Vegas helping Bosco count cards and pick up showgirls.
Maximum failure!
Why?
Counting cards out loud!
Yeah, the dealers tend to notice things like that.
Need any help?
No, thank you! I'll just sit here until my shields regenerate!
Do you think you'll rejoin the cops now that your Vegas adventure is over?
That portion of my life is terminated!
Say, you wouldn't happen to know anything about all these Sam clones running around, would you?
Those are real!
Yeah?
Holy Mother of God!
I think that's a no.
Do you know what happened to Bosco?
Bosco stayed in Vegas to pay off debt to casino!
Cleaning tables?
Male stripper!
Ew!
Interesting.
Left letter to give to Mama!
Dear Mama, guess what? I met a girl, so it looks like I'll be staying in Vegas a little bit longer than originally planned. Please take care of the store while I'm away. Love, Bosco.
P.S. Could you wire me about $20,000?
Worst Bosco impression ever!
Mind if we deliver this to Mama Bosco?
Take it! I never want anything to do with Bosco ever again!
See you, Bluster.
I have become death!
Psychic ventriloquist.
Attention, dog clones! Buster Blaster has many toys of power deep within his encasement, and you cannot have them!
Toys?
Hey, stop! That tickles! Oh, fine, whatever!
Future vision.
This is totally awesome!
Who said that?
I can do better than that. I'll draw you a picture.
Sal.
Sam and Max, what brings you guys down to the warehouse district?
All the usual. Mystery, intrigue.
The roar of the grease paint, the smell of the crowd.
So you gave up your cushy job at the museum for this?
You bet. That museum gig was getting dangerous. What with all the fires, the slimy tentacles, and the gorilla pummelings. I'm just not cut out for a life of excitement like that.
What exactly are you doing out here anyway?
I've got a great job stacking crates. Doesn't pay much, but it's way less violent. At least it was until those guys came along.
How are you coping with all these Sam clones?
Is that what they are? I thought they might be some of your skinnier, less inhibited cousins from over in the village.
So my clones haven't been hassling you?
A little, but I don't seem to have whatever it is they're looking for.
What's in those crates?
Beats me. As long as there's nothing in these babies that keep me from stacking them, I could give a Junebug's behind about what's in them, you know?
Stack on, good buddy.
You know it, Sam.
I really like Sal, Sam. It'd be a shame if he got sucked into the undertow of the mayhem and destruction that follows us around like an awestruck teenager.
What the hell are you talking about, Max? Looks like my clones have already picked this pile of junk clean. It's locked.
Yeah, these warehouses usually don't open until like 5 or 6 in the morning.
Teleportation.
It's Bosco's letter to Mama Bosco.
Ew, he got Bosco spit all over the envelope.
Bosco always was a bit of a drooler.
Again? You're lucky I got nothing better to do tonight.
Yeah, since your social calendar is usually so packed with nightclubs and supermodels.
Very cutting, sir. Shall we begin?
Oh, tough room. Let's try another one. Float like a liquored up chimpanzee.
Spirits come out wherever you be!
Harry Moleman!
What?
The spirits wish to speak to you.
Oh, do they? And who, pray tell, wants to talk to me?
Elvis Aaron Presley!
Feh! Elvis was a hero to most, but he never meant squat to me.
Blasphemer!
Harry...
Oh, really?
Your father!
For your information, my father is currently doing a nickel in Sing Sing. Fonzie scheme.
Don't you mean Ponzi scheme?
You heard me.
Harry...
Oh,
Your sainted mother!
very interesting. Especially considering that my mother just called me from a condo in Boca Raton.
Oh, okay, how about this? Harry...
Oh,
Your Uncle Morty!
Uncle Morty? Is it you? Talk to me, Uncle Morty. Talk to me.
Yes, your Uncle Morty. He has something important to say. Mortimer Moleman, your nephew is waiting.
Harry!
Uncle Morty?
Yes, it's your Uncle Morty!
You sound weird.
I've got a cold!
In heaven?
Who said I was in heaven?
If it's really you, then tell me the secret you kept from me all these years.
Let me think about it.
The power of Max compels you.
Mind reading.
Come on, Morty, come on. Tell me where you hid your stamp collection.
Mortimer Moleman, your nephew is waiting.
Harry!
Uncle Morty?
My stamp collection is hidden
Yes?
in the attic
Yes?
of the Statue of Liberty!
I knew it! It's a miracle! Thank you, Uncle Morty! Thank you, Max!
It appears that Mr. Moleman's leap of faith has allowed the POTUS to make contact with our target, sirs.
Thanks for the rescue, boys.
Mama Bosco, what happened to you?
I don't know. I was looking into all these rampaging Sam clones when all of a sudden my spirit started pinballing through all sorts of nightmarish heck dimensions. If your seance hadn't anchored me to this plane of existence, I might never have found my way home.
Oh dear. It seems that the boundaries between realities are decaying. I'd best alert my superiors.
Hey, I thought I was your superior.
Of course you are, sir.
And I need to tell my girlfriend in Winnipeg.
Way to clear a room, Mama B.
Good. Now maybe we can get to the bottom of this mess.